Whoa, I got a love that keeps me waiting. What's good, everybody? You seen the title. You already know that we're building some hectic shoulders. Now, building big shoulders is, in my opinion, a staple to an aesthetic physique. 2 reasons. First one, it can give the illusion of having broader shoulders, which gives you that Dorito look, right? Like a superhero. Second reason is because it just makes you look stronger. It just makes you look more like a monster, you know what I mean? So before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what's going on. What's been happening in your life, you know? Are you training hard, are you not? What do you need help with? Like, let me know. Check out my Instagram, TikTok. I'm posting pretty often on there, right? Other fitness tips you can follow. So make sure you go check those out too. Link in my bio to my profile. So like, press my circular icon and then go to the bio. Yeah, you know how to do it. Other than that, let's get into it. All right, the first exercise we got, seated dumbbell shoulder press. Now, to set this up, dumbbells to the front of your knees so we can propel them up. So it should look like this. One knee to here, second knee to here. Now from here, slightly taking our elbows out. Now we don't want to flare our elbows like this and pretend like there's a wall in between us, otherwise we're going to bust our shoulder. So elbows slightly in. From here, pushing straight up, slowly on the way down. Then shoot it straight up again, slowly straight down. Now, a few reasons that I personally like this exercise over, for example, like a standing normal dumbbell shoulder press or like a barbell shoulder press. Reason I prefer these is because it starts to involve our stability muscles in our shoulders, which I feel like is very important. Second is because it's still got a form of stability, so you can take this pretty heavy, right? By keeping our back on the bench, it'll take our core out of it and thus allow us to push harder. Now, there are times and places for the other shoulder presses, but if it's just for hypertrophy, like building muscle, I like the dumbbell shoulder press. You get a full range of motion all the way at the top, where you can squeeze, and all the way at the bottom, where you can give your shoulders a good stretch. So let's go through a set of these, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. Oops. All right, next exercise, let's do it. Oops. Okay, so we just hit our front delts primarily with that seated dumbbell shoulder press. With that said, keep note that it will still hit your side delts and some of your rear delts at the same time too. Like if you think about a bench press, right? You're gonna be hitting your mid and lower pecs predominantly, but you'll also be hitting your upper chest too. So the whole muscle is involved for a bench press. Same thing with the shoulder press, right? You're still gonna be using all your shoulders. Now, with this one, same thing, but this time we're gonna be targeting our side delt predominantly, right? You get it? You understand? Makes sense? Very good. All right. This one is called the crossbody lateral raise. Like I said before, we're gonna be targeting our side delt here. Reason this is a really good exercise is because you're gonna get that stretch across your side delt, and then you're gonna be able to retract it back again. So imagine if you had a sword and you're drawing it. That's how you want it to, that's the kind of motion that you want, right? So I'll just give you a quick demonstration. So if you have a cable machine similar to this, you can just use this. If not, you can just use a normal cable machine. So from here, step out a little bit so the cable is pulling your arm back. Let it stretch across your body. Then from here, pull, hold and squeeze at the top. Now, the most important bit is make sure you control it on the way down. Let it stretch across your body again and pulling it all the way back up. Slowly back down. Now, most important bit with most, if not all of our exercises is getting a deep stretch here on the side and then really pulling it up as fast as you want. Doesn't matter as much. Second most important bit, slowly bringing it back down. Reason we want to take it slow is because that's when we're going to get our most growth from our muscles, right? Stretching across your arm again, same thing. pull as much as you can, hard as you can. Then slowly back, down. Let's do a set and then last exercise. Oh! All right, quick tip. If it's too hard to get back up, grab the cable, lift it up with your other arm and control it on the way down again. Ah, yeah, that burns. Do a couple of those until it just drops straight down. That's complete failure on this one. So again, lift the cable up with your other arm and assist it on the way down and try and resist it as much as possible. One more. Slowly. And that's it. All right, last exercise, let's do it. All right, last exercise we got is gonna be targeting our rear delt. So our first one, our overhead shoulder press with the dumbbells, that's targeting our front delt first. Then we had our crossbody lateral raises, that was our side. Now lastly, our rear delt, right? Your rear delt is normally your most neglected shoulder muscle, unless you're a professional and you've been doing your rear delts, which is freaking flipping fantastic. Normally on most people, their rear delts are most neglected. This is by far my favorite rear delt exercise. You can really get a good stretch and a really good burn on this. So to set up, all you want to do is get the cable about forehead height. To grip it, all you want to be doing is thumb, then your pointer finger over it. So thumb, pointer finger over, grab it like normal. Now, take a step back, and from here, you want to lean in the opposite direction to really stretch that rear delt. Now, to actually do the movement, what we're going to do, we're going to reach out and pull it back, then push our shoulder forward to bring it the rest of the way back. Reason we want to keep our shoulder forward when we do this is so we don't involve our back muscles instead, right? So if I bring my shoulder back as I do it, look what happens to my back. Contracts immediately, right? But if I have my shoulder forward and I do it, arm only, which is going to be hitting that rear delt. Make sense? You understand? Good. All right, let's hit a set and then we'll finish off there. Now, another tip, when you get to that last one, you can barely get any more. Now from here, you can start doing face pulls, right? This is gonna really cook the rest of your rear delts. Now to do this, all it is, retract, squeeze that rear delt by pushing your shoulder forward, right? Because if you're not pushing that shoulder forward into doing this, back exercise, right? Keep that shoulder forward, that's what's gonna isolate your rear delt. And then you just do these till you can't pull it anymore, and then that's the end. All right, and that's it. Good work. That officially wraps up our 3 exercises you can add to your shoulder routine to really build some massive boulder shoulders, right? So just a little recap. We had our dumbbell shoulder press, seated dumbbell shoulder press, to target our front delts and a bit of our side and rear delts. Then we had our crossbody lateral raise to hit our side delts. Then we had our rear delt cable pull, I guess you could call it. That's gonna target that rear delt. Now, that about sums it up. So please leave a like, subscribe, let me know what you think in the comments. Otherwise, that's all. Awesome!